Hello, I'm Sarah Galashan. We're live in Vancouver. Advanced polling is still open for a hotly contested federal election. We're going to tell you about the long lines across the country. This is Hannah Mansing tonight.
I'm voting because it's a very important time for the country. So I think election candidates should know that lots of people will come out and vote.
The big early voter turnout comes on the heels of a closely watched English language debate. Our fact-checking team was listening to what was said. They'll separate fact from fiction for us. That's just ahead. 4 days of advanced polling are now underway, offering Canadians a chance to vote for their preferred candidate ahead of the April 28th election. Day one is seeing massive turnout with packed polling stations across the country. Here's a look at Winnipeg earlier today as lines stretched out the door. It's largely the same story from coast to coast, with wait times of more than an hour reported in Toronto, Vancouver, and Ottawa. CBC's Aaron Collins is at an advanced polling station in Calgary. He joins us now with more. So, Aaron, talk to us about how busy it is in Calgary.
Hey, Sarah, I can confirm those reports. We're here outside of a polling station in the riding of Calgary Confederation. I've been here for most of the day, and I can tell you that it's been an absolutely steady stream of folks heading into this community association to cast their vote. Now, we conducted a little bit of an informal, non-scientific study here. This happens to be my riding, so to check it out, I went in there earlier and I cast my ballot. I can tell you, usually when I do this, it takes 5-10 minutes. Today, it was over an hour. So not so scientific, I guess, but certainly can tell you that it is longer than usual today. So we spoke to some people as they came out about why it was important for them to show up early, make sure that their ballot was cast. Here's what they had to say.
Most times I've come out to early voting, it's been one or two people ahead of me, maybe. It could be a scheduling thing. People have the day off today.
Yeah.
Likely it's a holiday, so and maybe voters are passionate this year. I'm not sure.
I thought I would be at rope drop. I was a little bit later, but it took a little longer, and I think it's a good sign. People are engaged.
It's about housing, it's about the economy, it is about our relations with our neighbor down in the south. It's about more than these elections have been in a long while, I think.
So lots of interest from people trying to get in and cast their ballots early. And just if you are interested in doing that, one of these should have shown up in the mail. It's a voter information card. Should have the location for where you can cast your early ballot or where you can cast your ballot on election day. And if you don't get one of these in the mail, no problem. Just go to Election Canada's website. They should have all the information there for you too.
Aaron, the pictures of some of the lineups that we've seen in Toronto, throughout Vancouver and the Lower Mainland, they're quite long. And thankfully, the weather is good, at least out west and where you are as well. But what do you think is driving the urgency? I mean, this is day one. The election's not for a number of days. There's still lots of days of advanced polling available.
Yeah. I think there's a couple things. You heard some of it there. I mean, it's a holiday, right? So people might have the day off. They think it's a good opportunity to kind of thread that needle. They've got the time. But also, this is an election where at least the vibe, the feel is that Canadians are definitely engaged, right? Lots of important issues here, whether it's the trade disputes with the U.S., our sovereignty, jobs, the economy, a huge issue out here in Alberta, as they always are. So I think these kinds of things are feeding into folks being more and more interested in this election, maybe even more so than they have in the past. Now, and Sarah, I'll tell you this, even those people that can't vote are still engaged in this election. Have a listen to a young Canadian I spoke to earlier. What level of government is this?
Federal.
Federal, very good. So who's in charge of the federal government?
The Prime Minister.
Are you allowed to vote?
No.
Why not?
Because you're a kid.
Should you be allowed to vote?
Yes.
Grade 2 students they know their stuff, I can tell you that. Can you guess what the number one issue for Quinn was if she was able to cast a ballot, Sarah?
Oh, okay. Honestly, I can't. I'm just thinking about my own kids who only know the parties by colors, but I feel embarrassed they don't know more. What was her issue?
Well, I'm sure it'll resonate with you. I'm sure more VR time, more video game time.
Oh,
I'm sure
yes.
if she could vote for that, she would vote for that. So maybe the parties need to put that in their platforms.
Great that you put your interviewing skills there to work, Aaron. Thank you so much.
Hard hitting, you bet.